Alright, so it's been a week so far since learning React, right? So I've been struggling, right? Cause man, this stuff is actually is somewhat easier than JavaScript, but at the same time harder to understand. You get it? It makes your JavaScript very easy and concise, but at the same time you gotta think deeper in order to understand just how to even put a click on a button. So, anyways, as you guys can see, I've been struggling really trying to understand JSX, components, conditional rendering, and all that. But I'm just gonna show you guys like my study pattern and stuff because I was trying to get out of like the tutorial hell, bro. Because a lot of people been talking about it, and I'm trying to avoid it at any cost. You get it? So tutorial hell is like you stuck in a tutorial to the point where everything you want to do, you gotta watch it on YouTube. You understand? You gotta watch somebody else do it, but not you do it. So once you finish watching the tutorial, you might think, "Oh, damn, I'm really understanding." But once you get to like VS Code and try to do it yourself, you get stuck and you can't even like comprehend what just happened. So that's what's called tutorial, and I don't want to get there. You understand? So the best method that I've found out for myself is somewhat using AI. You get AI not to like copy the exact code, but to understand the concept like on a deeper level. Cause let me show you guys what I do. Like the prompts I give ChatGPT, right? So here is my prompt. For example, this is the one I used when I was starting to study React. So as you guys can see, is it's kind of big and stuff, but let me try to consolidate it. So as you guys can see, say, hey, I'm starting to learn React. Can you give me a simple but concise roadmap to follow, and also things that matter the most to become a hireable developer, and make it in form of a study guide and give relevant study plans. Now the stuff is like this, right? So I'm telling the AI what I actually want. You understand? So like it's tackling your exact needs. So I'm telling it to just give me a study guide to follow, and also it should only based on like a 80-20 rule. You understand? So 20% of the concepts that will help me to understand 80% of the content. You get? So that's the law and the rules that I've been following for the past, I think, 1 week and some days. You get, and so far it's been going good. As you guys can see, I've really tried my best to create like a counter. I think this is always like the first thing that every new React developer does. So as you guys can see, I'm using use state hook, right? This is the first hook I think you need to understand. So there are like two hooks you need to understand: use state hook and use effect hook. That's so far from the research that I did. So as you guys can see, I'm using use state hook to get a count and also to set count. So this set count is what we are going to use. It's a function that we're going to use to update this count. You understand? So the initial one, the initial counter is 0. And then we have an increment. So you can see we're using the set count to increase the count by 1 as an increment. And also reset, we are using set count to reset the count back to 0. And also decrement, we are using the set count to decrease it by 1. You understand? And now I'm here rendering this thing here. As you guys can see, this is buttons, right? So I'm not really hard coding it. I'm just taking everything from here. It's like you can even include like user input and stuff like that. But so far this is what I've come up with. I've used buttons.map to just map the button so that I can get 3 instead of repeating myself. Because part of coding is you do not have to repeat yourself. You understand? You gotta minimize repeating yourself. So repetitive tasks, bro, you gotta automate them a little bit. Anyway, so that's about it when it comes to like like the functionality and all that. But here's the thing: it's kind of dope. It looks good. As you guys can see, when I hover, it changes to yellow, and increments everything by 1, and then you can reset it back to 0, and you can decrease and reset it back to 0. You understand? And this project is simple and it's highly scalable. Like you can scale it to add functionality where it's like, hey, once I reach like 20, give me an alert to say, hey, you've reached 20, so reset it back to 0, like something like that. You understand? And here as well, like the increment, you can add it like boom, we can add it by 2. So once we save it, we can increase everything by 2. Let's reset it back to 0, and now it's by 2. You understand? You can make it by 4, 6, everything. And that's about it when it comes to like understanding React. You gotta like pick a project pick a learning structure, follow it a little bit, and then pick a project to use or to use to understand the concept. Because that's from the project, that's how you understand better. You understand? And that's the rule that I've been following, bro. So, you guys can go and try it out and see for yourself, Like, give ChatGPT, like, the precise information that you really want to understand. And then you can ask it as well to, follow step-by-step guide. Like, hey, give me, like, a simple project to understand use-tech hook or whatever hook you want to understand. So after that, you can go ahead and, get, like, a calculator, make a calculator up, make, like, I think, what else? A to-do list, whatever. So that's about it, my boy. So if you've learned something, man, you know what to do, my boy. So I think I'm gonna end today's video here. And yeah, if you wanna know something, just ask me or whatever, man. See you when I see you, bro.